I'm Beth from Telling Yarns. Telling Yarns is a hand-dyed yarn business based on my family farm in Bedfordshire in the UK. I have popped in today to show you some of the new stuff I've been doing, a bit of the knitting I've been doing, and the continuing book buying that I'm always doing. So I hope you are all well. I hope that you have some of the sunshine. It is insanely hot here today. It's the last day of the children's whole school year, so they were very excited this morning, and it will be the beginning of the summer holiday tomorrow, so that's very exciting for all of us. Well, not sure how excited James is, given that I'll still be working, but it will be fine. So I have been working, I have a finished object to start with, which I knitted quite quickly. I feel like I may not have even shown you it at all, potentially, or might have just had it cast on. This is the Flax Light pattern by Tin Can Knits, and I knitted this for Felix using the colourway Expecto Patronum, and I used our Fancy Pants 4-ply to knit this. And I alternated skeins in a new method down the side that I'd not done before. Really pleased with how it came out. Would happily knit one of these again. I would have knit the next size up though, had I have known how it was going to end up. It fits him, and I blocked it out to a good size, but it's not going to fit him for more than this winter, which is frustrating. Especially given that I not only did a swatch and blocked it and checked my gauge, did everything. I also actually measured him. I never measure myself when I'm knitting for me. I just go on stuff I kind of vaguely already know from having worn clothes and been in this body for, I don't know, a while. So I measured him and everything to make sure it'd be the right size, and then it wasn't as big as I wanted it to be, so that was annoying. It's got really lovely detail down both sleeves, with this garter strip. It is a raglan. You can see the raglan increases there. And top down, knit in the round, picking up the sleeves once you've knit the body, with a 1x1 rib on all of the bits. So yeah, great simple pattern. James says that he would like one of these, but in a darker colour, so I've told him that I will do that one day. It seems like that will take a long time though, so I've been putting it off. So I have also had knit for me by the lovely Catherine this fabulous Nightbook by Rachel Illsley. On Instagram she is Unwind Knitwear. And Rachel has very kindly, she's a UK knitwear designer, she's very kindly agreed to me offering yarn only kits for this. So those will go on sale, I think, early to mid-August. I would put this on, but I'm likely to die of heat exhaustion because this is our beautiful British 4-ply spun at John Arbon Mills. And it is super toasty, really lovely British breeds yarn. This is again knit top down in the round, an insane amount of colour work. I cannot believe that Catherine agreed to do this for me. It was one of those ones where you think, well, I'd love to have that knitted, but I'm never going to get the time. And Catherine said, sure, I'll do it for you. So I had to block it quite aggressively because of the colour work. And I ended up blocking it in like bits. So I blocked like the yoke, then I blocked the body, and then I blocked the arms. And I think it could do with loosening up a bit post the block. It's a bit iron flat at the moment, so I just need to wear it a couple of times I think for that. But it's knit using, this is a darker version of our Tarth colourway. I'm naming it Tarth at Midnight. Really, really beautiful, deep sort of dark sapphire blue. And then the contrasting colour is Molly at the Burrow, and that's a really, It looks, I think, like gold, like beaten gold when you actually see it like this, but up close it's a mixture of sort of straw colours, freckles of brown, it's got soft pinks in it and blues. So I've just actually posted a picture of loads of Molly at the Burrow hanging on the washing line out in the sun. Sorry if you can hear a tinkling, it's the light shade, it's got those shells on it. I think we had this issue last time as well, and they are tinkling because the window is blowing the tiniest bit of air through here. So those are the two finished objects I have, admittedly not both mine, but thank you very much, Catherine, you amazing person, and thank you, Rachel, for agreeing to let me offer the kits. I've just pulled a stitch on that. I've also been purchasing some books. I bought some of the interpreters. So I've been watching Hohi's journal, Hohi Locatelli, on YouTube. I absolutely love her. She's so calm and peaceful, and I really like her ethos when she comes to design and things like that. She knows what she likes and she sticks to it in a really gentle way. I just really love it. So I bought direct from Pom Pom. I got volume 5 of hers and Veera's book interpretations. I got volume 6, you're gonna notice the theme here, and I got volume 7. And in volume, was it volume 7? Yes, I am knitting the Aimee cardigan. I absolutely love this. So often I knit because I enjoy knitting, but a big part of what I enjoy is choosing a pattern, it's choosing the yarns, it's having the finished product. It's a huge part of it for me, is looking and seeing what I've done and seeing how the colourways look in once knitted. That's a massive part of it for me. But this pattern is like one of the first times, it's happened a few times, but one of the first times I can really genuinely say the whole construction of the shoulder seams and everything like that, I was knitting it not because I wanted to get it done, not to, you know, have the finished product, not to get to the next step, but just because I really was enjoying what I was doing, the actual process of it. So this is how far I've got so far. I'm using the new Watchmen colourways. It's very strange because I am still knitting on the bottom, on the body, and yet I have jumped onto a sleeve because you knit back and forth. I was finding that I was getting slightly achy hands if I knitted for too long, because I was having to do a whole purl row every other row, and so I decided to give my hands a break over the weekend the other day and just started one of the sleeves. But I've so enjoyed the construction. I'm trying to remember how you do it. So you start from the top down, but you knit, so how was it? You knit one front, then you knit the other front here and the back. It might be the other way around. Oh yeah, that was it. You knit the back section here. Sorry, I'm rubbish at describing this, aren't I? So you knit this back section here, which is in the punchline colourway, and this is a new yarn base that I'm going to be selling. It's an Alpaca Sport, so it's a Merino Alpaca blend, and it's got a little fuzz on it. Can you see the fuzz? I wanted the fuzz because Hohi's mum knitted a version of the Aimee cardigan in, what did she knit it in? It wasn't alpaca, it was something way fluffier. It's completely gone. Angora. And it was really fluffy, and it made the lines, the bold lines on it, look really good because they were slightly softened. So I decided I'd go for something fluffy, and it needs to be in a sport weight. So anyway, I chose the Alpaca Merino, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I love how it dyes. I love how it knits. I love the feel of it. I love the wear of it. So I will be adding this to the shop. So you start knitting on the back here, then you do a whole series of increases and decreases to get all the different, so you're sort of decreasing down here and increasing over here, and then you pick up down across here to knit the front side, and then you knit the other side, and you've got like a row of stitches here on one needle, you've got a row of stitches here or another, and again, and then you get down to the point where you're doing increases down the front, you're doing increases down the side as well to get the shape, and you have to remember to change the colour at the right time, and you're doing this on all the different sides, and then you pick up all of the stitches in one go and knit round under the arm to join it. And then the increases down the front keep going for a little while. It's all wrapped up because it's stuck in that. And so it's not until you get to about here that you just plain old knit with no increases or anything interesting going on. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. And then you pick up round the sleeve, but where you've got this increase line from where you were doing the increases here for the armhole shaping, it just looks so beautiful. And it's got the stripe on it, which is really, really, really clever. So it was complicated in that you had to genuinely think about what you were doing the whole time, but really, really enjoyable. I love the way the colourways are coming out. So this is the punchline at the top. Then this is without costumes, the second one there. I think potentially my favourite from the new Watchmen series, this is Night Owl. And then this brighter pink one here is Comedian Riot Control. And then I'm going to go into both, it's actually supposed to be 5 colours, but I'm going to do 6 colours because I'm tall. And I'm going to go into the remaining colourways, which is Gone to Mars and All the Agents. That's in my hide and hammer bag, which I've been able to, because I've been commuting back into London again, I've been able to use these poppy clips here and clip it over the handlebars of my bike because I cycle from the station to the office, so that's been cool. So so these are the colourways on the Alpaca. I really love that yarn base, and then I'll show you them on, I think the sock base shows them off really well. So you've got, whoop, they can go in so many different ways. So that makes a really great fade. This is the punchline, Night Owl, and without costumes. But they all go together. If I can hold them up. So they've all got similar undertones. They're all based on the pictures from the graphic novel The Watchmen by Alan Moore. It's a beautiful, the illustrations are beautiful, the colour palette is amazing. Basically almost the entire graphic novel is these colours, this colour palette. So I chose individual pictures and then I dyed up specifically to that. So this is All the Agents. That's probably the most variegated and bold one. Then there is Gone to Mars, just a gentle one. It's got bits of pink and blue and black all on the background of that lovely sort of minky purple. Then another one of the bolder ones, but it still knits up, as you saw, as a whole cohesive, is Comedian Riot Control, and it's got little freckles that, well, like splashes of burnt orange that come out almost red. Then there is Without Costumes. This one's really subtle and lovely. It's got little sort of gentle undertones of like a soft green, you know, almost like a mint sage green, and then little bits of yellow and burgundy, really soft and lovely. Then yeah, I absolutely love this one. This is Night Owl, and it's ended up reminding me massively of the wisteria flowers, not wisteria, hydrangea, which are one of my favourite flowers. I had them in my wedding bouquet. And then this is the punchline, which has also come out beautifully when I've knitted it up. Just really like these two in particular would just make fantastic, you know, a full sweater, because they're just really soft and gentle, the colour changes. So I've dyed those up on loads of different bases. I've got them here on Merino singles, and I really like them on mohair. Oh, if I can get them in my hand. Oh, actually, that one of those is, that one's not mohair, that's sorry, alpaca. So it's that one. There we go. Get there eventually. Got loads of yarn that needs labelling, so that's them on the mohair as well. They look great on that. I'm feeling like some doing you know, maybe like a ranunculus or something. Then I've got them on the heathered bases as well. I must get better at holding lots of skeins of yarn to show you, because I always seem to struggle. This is on the British sock. So yeah, those are the new collection and the knitting I'm doing with them. I'm really excited about that. I've also been trying out, so I tried out the Alpaca Sport base, the Alpaca Merino, and I've been trying out this 100% Merino DK. This is Night Owl on it, because I'm just kind of looking at my bases, seeing what I don't have, what I don't reach for when I go to choose a pattern, and I've been sort of phasing out some of my bases and then adding in some where I think, like, you know, if you just want a plain old merino, super soft, super versatile, not uber expensive, then, and you want it DK, then I thought I don't have something for you, so I'm trying out this, and I've sent some to Stitches and Cream in Falmouth. And it's really lovely. I'm really pleased with it. So I think I'll be knitting a jacket for Milo in those in the autumn. So yeah, I think that was most of what I wanted to talk to you about today. There is yarn all here that needs scanning up, like massive piles of it. There's yarn all here that needs labelling, and I've got some new grid walls which are half up in the other room, and I'm going to be basically filling those up with all the yarn so that I can see what I've got enough of, what I need to dye more of, and I just want to get fully stocked before the autumn when things get busy. Hi, just jumping back on for 2 seconds because I realised that I hadn't shown you the knitted swatch of all the Watchmen colourways. Went to the effort of knitting it, so I want to show you it. So you could see that one in this is Comedian Riot Control, and that was one of the colourways I've already started to knit into my Aimee cardigan. This is, let me just check, Gone to Mars, that you didn't see knitted up, because that's going to be the next colour in my Aimee cardigan. All the Agents, that's going to be the last colour in my Aimee cardigan. I had wanted to do it with a darker colour for the last one, because that's what Joji does in the pattern. She does a really dark, like blue black, and it means that the bottom of the cuffs and the bottom of the cardigan all have this really dark bit, and it looks really fantastic. It's one of the things that drew me to the pattern. So I don't know whether, I don't know, I'll see how it works. I'm thinking about maybe just doing the last section as a small section, maybe only an inch, so it looks, rather than, you know, like a 6th section, it looks like almost like a rim kind of thing, like an outline. Maybe we'll see how that goes. You can watch this space on that. And then this is without costumes that you saw knitted up in my Aimee cardigan, Night Owl, and the Punchline. So those are the ones I've already knitted into it. You can see how nicely those three work as a fade, particularly as I think I only did like alternate, like, you know, 3 times kind of thing like that. So you can see they really fade well, but all of them, I think you can probably fade any of them potentially. It's curling despite the fact I've blocked it. So yeah, I thought I'd show you that. And I also did, that's just a block of without costumes. Not without costumes, that's comedian right control, sorry, I apologise. These were my swatches, but you've seen that knitted up anyway. You can see the fluff on there. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about this beautiful yarn. It's 100% Romney. This is really tiny because a lovely lady called Stephanie, who I met at Unravel Festival, her mother-in-law has Romney sheep and on their farm, and she has had the Romney wool spun into yarn. So she got chatting to me at Unravel because I have the British breed yarns, and because she liked my colourways. And then she emailed me afterwards, we swapped contact details, she emailed me afterwards and asked if she could send me some samples of the yarn, which she very kindly did. And then I've been insanely busy because I've been going back into work in London, and we've had a couple of really big projects on that were massively time sensitive. So I've been really busy, and then I was also working on the Watchmen series and things like that. So I was really slow on all of it, and sorry Stephanie if you're watching. So I dyed up, there was a bulky weight. I don't offer bulky weight currently because I've never had anyone inquire about it, and it seems like most people that knit from me so far have either wanted a 4-ply fingering weight or a DK weight, although I'm definitely up for trying other weights. So yeah, she sent me a bulky weight, which I've dyed up on the Night Owl. You can see how beautiful that's come out. And she also sent me a 4-ply, which I then knitted into the sample. And I dyed this in Comedian Riot Control. Now it looks fabulous. It dyed up beautifully. One of them's just rolled off the back of the thing I was resting them on. Absolutely love it. It's a very rustic, proper, toothy, really toothy British yarn. Romney is one of the sort of rare breeds that is known for being, it's what I would describe as a crunchy yarn. So I would make a jacket or a coat out of this. I would make any kind of outerwear basically. It's not it's not close to skin for me, soft, although I'm sure there's others that do wear it close to skin. I love it. I love the story of it. I'm slightly concerned that because it's quite crunchy, because it's not a blend of Romney, that it may not sell, despite how absolutely beautiful it is and how gorgeously it takes the dye. So I would be super interested to hear your thoughts if you want to throw them in the comments below. And I would find that really helpful because I really like Stephanie. I really like the ethos. It's an organic farm, so the sheep are raised organically. It's then spun at the fibre company, which is the sort of smaller spinning, smaller arm of Blacker Yarns, where they spin individual farmers' yarns for them. So I love that. I love Blacker Yarns as a company. It has a very similar background to John Arbon in terms of, you know, proper British breeds and being a British mill, which I absolutely love. So it's brilliant that this was spun at the fibre company. Yeah. Tell me what you think. I'd love to stock it. I would absolutely love to stock it. I've said to Stephanie that I'll put it up on a pre-order basis and hopefully be able to take some. I've got so much stock at the moment because I'm preparing for a big London show at the beginning of October. And also because I'm busy at work, I wanted to make sure I had loads of stock to see me through the cooler months. So yeah, I've got so much stock that I'm just nervous to take on another supplier and another base when I'm not super confident yet whether I personally, as Telling Yarns, have a market for it. So if I do have a market for it, that would be super exciting, and I think Stephanie would be over the moon as well, and I think that would be a partnership that would be long, fruitful and very happy. So yeah, I'd be interested in your thoughts. I was planning to take the swatch and the tiny mini minis
with me to the show I'm doing in London at the beginning of October, and maybe chatting with people there about it. So let me know what you think. And anyway, that was just an add-on at the end, because I finished up and did my sign off, and then I realised I'd not talked about those, and I really want to hear people's thoughts. So I just want to say thank you for joining me. It's been a bit of a short one, but I have been monogamously knitting on my Aimee cardigan, and previously to that on the Flax cardigan, the Flax Light sweater, sorry, for Felix. So I just haven't done loads and loads. But yeah, keep up to date on my Instagram, because I post there most regularly, and I've got loads going on. So I'm going to be dyeing everything for the Advents and completing the work on the Advent cow design and things like that, and all the design aspects that go into creating the Advent. I'm going to be doing all of that through August. So it's very unlikely that I'll probably pop on, because unless I've suddenly finished my Aimee cardigan, because I can't show you any of that. I can't show you anything to do with the cow design. I can't show you any of the colourways or any of the design work that I do for the Advent. There are actually, I went through everything I'd got stock wise, and I decided that I can do, I think it was 2 more Advents. So they're on the website currently. I've also updated the website, so if you've not been on there for a while, take a look and let me know what you think. I just reorganised it. I felt like as the company was getting bigger, I was adding on more and more pages and sections, particularly shop-wise, and I just wanted to make it simpler, make it so that when you land on tellingyarns.com, everything you want to know is kind of there straight away. So let me know what you think. If I haven't nailed it, let me know. Or if you think there's something that should have been on the landing page that isn't, that'd be really helpful to know as well. So yes, I can hear in the background, and I hope it's not frustrating and noisy for you, I can hear a tractor or a trailer running continually, or it might even be the dryer. They've been harvesting here on the farm this week, but then we had a sudden rainstorm on Monday night, so that kind of put a stop to that. So I hope it's sunny but not too hot where you are. I hope that you are still enjoying knitting if you still knit in the summer. I know I never stop. And I hope you're getting to knit all over the place now that the COVID restrictions seem to finally be coming off properly. I've been knitting on the train. No one seems to have commented on it as yet. So take care. Thank you very much for joining me again, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Bye.